Hi, I'm Cliff Sadoff, Extension Specialist at Purdue University, and in this video I want to talk to you about Japanese beetles.
Japanese beetles have one generation each year. They winter as late instar grubs, turning into pupae in May before emerging as adults in early June. They are usually most abundant in late June through late July. As adults, they feed on leaves and flowers. Here you can see the colorful Japanese beetles with their green backs and copper-colored wings. They are removing the foliage between the veins of this rose plant. This kind of injury is called skeletonization. Adults will also feed readily on the flowers of roses and many other annual and perennial garden flowers, like the zinnia with chewed flower petals. This mass of mating beetles on the turf will continue to mate until the females leave and dig beneath the soil to lay eggs. Eggs hatch into white grubs that feed on roots, separating them from grass blades. Damaged turf dries out quickly in late summer. You can protect turf damaged in the previous year with a preventative application of insecticide in late July when eggs are hatching. Alternatively, curative applications of insecticides can be applied to areas with grub damage from early August through early autumn. Details of turf management are provided in the resources section of the Purdue Plant Doctor. Although insecticide applications to turf can indeed reduce Japanese beetle damage to the turf, the population of Japanese beetles in turf does not strongly influence the damage in surrounding plants. That is because Japanese beetles can fly better than half a mile a day, and they can fly for several weeks. So controlling the white grubs in your lawn will not affect the damage to trees in your landscape. I am standing in front of a linden tree, one of the Japanese beetle's favorite hosts. As you can see, this tree looks perfectly healthy. This same tree a few years ago was completely defoliated by Japanese beetles. Notice how it turned each leaf into a brown skeleton of its former self. It is important to emphasize that the tree survived complete defoliation by this beetle. Due to many natural enemies and its susceptibility to drought in much of the country, Japanese beetle injury is usually not severe for more than 1 or 2 years in a row. For this reason, most otherwise healthy trees can survive the defoliation, even if it is unsightly. Japanese beetle traps will attract beetles, but they will not reduce damage. Actually, they can bring more beetles to your landscape and cause more damage to your landscape trees. It is difficult to prevent cosmetic injury to trees and shrubs because Japanese beetles feed for 6 to 8 weeks. The best strategy is to delay treatment until damage is noticeable, but not so severe that the plant becomes unsightly. In outbreak years, a single application of insecticide can reduce beetle injury for up to a month. This will greatly reduce the amount of damage that you see on a plant. In years where few beetles are present in the landscape, beetle injury may not be noticeable until the end of the flight period. In this case, treatment may not be necessary. Use the Purdue Plant Doctor webpage that's available at purdueplantdoctor.com to find out what products you can use to control the Japanese beetle. Simply type in Japanese beetle and select Japanese beetle to get a list of the products that you could use, and then you can take this list with you to the store to be sure that you buy something that we recommend. If you had Japanese beetle on a garden flower, you could type Japanese beetle again and select for flowers, and you can get products that you could use to manage Japanese beetles on flowers. They're fairly similar, but we are recommending the use of chlorantraniliprole as a foliar so that you can kill the Japanese beetles on the flowers without killing pollinators. So please be sure to visit our Plant Doctor webpage and don't let your plant problems get you down.